Years back, you guys were promised a lot of things by the government. When you did Nigeria and indeed Africa proud back then, was the government able to fulfill all those promises to you?
And after that time, they did not fulfill everything. They did not fulfill everything because
Okay.
if you recollect, the government of Babangida came in and overturned Buhari government, and that was when we were in the
Yes.
process of giving us what they need to give us. But as God will have
Oh,
it, you remember that? Yeah. So as God will have it, the president Buhari called us back in 2 years ago, 2017, and we came back, and
okay.
he was so happy to fulfill most of the rest of the plans. We were giving them street admirals, we were giving scholarship, we were giving stock exchange, which we don't even know where that went goes. We don't know what happened to that. It was supposed to be a lot of money, right? But we didn't even
Yeah.
know what happened to it. We can't even trace that. So, and then the honor, MON, and all that stuff, he was able to restore that. And he said in his word, he said promises to death. And he was happy to become the president again, to be able to call us back and award us accordingly. And I think that makes him a very good man. In my own view, he's a very,
Okay.
very honorable man.
Take us through some of the major clubs you've played with while you were active as a footballer.
Yeah, I was started from grassroots. I played for the superstar from Bariga, those fellow teams and Bloom teams where we play tournaments everywhere. Then then I moved on to play for the Igbobi College. I was in the team that won the first principal cup for Igbobi College after 38 years. They used to call them Igbobi College Shoruyi because they get to the final and never win anything. So I was one of the members that win the first principal cup for them. Moving forward. I play for Houston in various tournaments. Play for Greater Tomorrow. Then I play for International Bank of West Africa. And my last team before I left the country was Bank of the North in Kano.
Okay.
That was my last team before I left the country. Yeah.
Okay. The monies that you got paid at that time, were you able to invest some of those monies, your generation of players, all the monies from the
What time? In 85?
yes,
Are you talking 85? They gave us
yes.
5,000. They gave us 5,000. They paid us according to our age. What are you going to do with 5,000? What are you going to do with 5,000?
That.
But we were able to get money when we went on MAMSA. But there's this program they call MAMSA that we have to go every state to play,
Okay.
and every country in Africa. And that's where the money came out from. But like I said, you have to do the best you can. One millionaire in a big family is just a poor man too.
That's
You
true.
know how that goes?
What is your take on the introduction of video assistant referees? Do you think it's going to help the game?
Yeah, well, it can help the game and it can kill the game, depending
Okay.
on who's looking at it. You know what I'm saying? It can help the game and it can kill the game. They've looking at the Premier League because we don't have league in Nigeria. So I watch the Premier League. I'm a national supporter. So looking at the league, sometimes they overrule some clean goals. Sometimes the goals that are not supposed to stand, they count. So I mean, like I said, it depends on who's looking at it. So it helps and kill the game sometimes. That's my
What?
opinion.
Okay. What's the difference between your generation of footballers and the footballers of today in terms of commitment to national team?
Ah, in those days, we play for passion. We play
Okay.
for recognition. We play for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying? You want to play, and people say, "Oh, that's what they're playing." But nowadays, it's about business. You play for money, and it's a lot of money. I wish I can turn the clock back back to this time because they're making tons of millions right now. So, like I said, that's different. So nobody cares about the national team. I mean, if you can make money and you get paid a lot of money, play for the national team. But those days, it's like a big honor to wear the green, white, green. Wow. Remember, we have a lot of soccer players in Nigeria that can even play better than you, and you were chosen. So you should be honored that you are wearing that flag. So like in the World Cup, every time we sing national anthem in the World Cup, we all start crying because we know there are people that are better than us. We know that they can choose somebody else instead of you, and you are right there. So to God be the glory. So it's the passion. But it's not about passion anymore nowadays. It's about money. It's about how much contract you can get, and then if you are good, hey, you are good. So that's different. Nobody cares about country or anything, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them because the country don't even see you. So it's a good thing. If you look at it now, they dragging this Saka, the guy that played for the young chap that played for Arsenal. They wanted to play for Nigeria. Is a British, but Nigerian parent. So I hope you make a good choice. You know, but it all comes down to money. It all comes down to business. So
that's true.
I'm sure he has an agent. We don't even have agent those days. We don't even have any manager to manage us. So we're just sheer raw materials. But nowadays, agent is involved, managers is involved, this is involved. That everybody wants, mullah. So it's a good thing.
Are you in touch with some of the current players? Do you relate to them?
Oh yes. Every day, every time, I'm like encyclopedia. I'm the one that everybody call and ask for everybody's number. I make sure I keep in touch with everybody. We talk every now and then, and it's all good. That is good.
The game of football has like made you turned into a big star, which you are. So how do you cope when you go places and you mention your name, and how does it open doors? What does it do?
That's what you say. I don't that's what you say. I don't see myself like that. I'm still the person that was born in Mushin, the same FATAI ATERE. So I don't see myself like being, hey, like I said, to God be the glory. When I go anywhere, they recognize me, people talk about it and everything. That's all good. Thank God for that. But I don't see myself like that. I don't know. I don't know. But like you said,
you're a living legend, football legend.
Thank you. Coming from you, I'm honored.
How do you always feel when people react to you when they hear your name and they meet you?
Hey, there's nothing like being humble. Just humble yourself and keep going. That's all. Humble yourself. That's it.
So what's your advice to the current set of footballers in Nigeria? What will you advise as a very experienced and seasoned footballer and all of that, talking to the young ones? What would be your advice to them?
Well, like I said, when we were growing up, our father always tell us, book. You have to read your book. You have to have a degree. And I think it was my generation that people start playing, because everybody would tell your children, look, go to school. Football is for the hooligans. Football is for people that don't obey their parents. So but now it's a different thing. But at the same time, you have to have your degree. You have to go to school. Then, because football is not forever, you can have injuries, and you will get old at one point. So if you have your degree, you have something to fall on. You have something to go back to. So I would say, if you play soccer, you can do both. You can play soccer and still go to school. So go to school, make sure you have your degree, and put it somewhere, and start playing, making the money. The day football is not going for you, you can pick up your degree, dust it, and keep on moving in life. That's what I would say. So don't just rely solely on soccer, because at the end of the day, if you don't get through, like I said, you get injured. So God is good. So that's what I would say.
Let's talk about the footballer who influenced your playing style. Can you tell us who are the footballers you looked up to as a young lad?
Yeah, when I was little, I used to play outside right. So I used to fancy
Outside right.
outside right. Yeah, those are the days they use wings. So I used to fancy my big shed. Uncle Shegoregani.
Okay.
Wow, mathematical. It was good those days. You know, I used to look at it like he's performing magic. Then when I get into soccer proper, my coach turned me to a midfielder, a holding midfielder. So a holding midfielder in Nigerian team is Mudalawa.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm watching Adi Shira every day. I love the way he plays, the way he controls the ball, the way he gives his passes, and I'm just like a mirror to him. You know, I remember Shukra asking me one day in the final on the 17 World Cup in '85. Shukra said, "Do you always watch Mudalawa play? Because you play just exactly like him." I said, "No, I think he plays better. I'm just trying to be like him." You know, that's my big idol too, Mudalawa. May he still rest in peace right now. May he still rest in peace.
Anytime your names get mentioned, FATAI, everybody talks about this fine boy footballer who's always flamboyant and, I mean, on the field of play. And all. How did you develop that part of your playing style? How did you develop your own unique look and everything?
Coming from Mushin, I have to represent. I have to represent coming from Mushin. I'm one of the Mushai. You know, that's the Mushai style. You gotta represent, you gotta dress well, you gotta humble yourself, you gotta respect people, and hey, everything will fall in place. And then, first and foremost, you have God. It's all you need in your life. You have God. So I
But
mean, I can. Mm-hmm.
before you left Nigeria, were you able to touch some lives in Mushin? Some young boys who looked up to you? Did you help them or did you mentor them in terms of what to do and all of that?
Yes, I was a coach. I had a bunch of little people like me, and I coach them. I take them to tournaments and bring them back. And believe it or not, they're all famous soccer players now. Those boys, those little boys, they are now famous soccer players. I used to take them back to my mother's house and feed them bread and beans. So because I was playing for international bank for West Africa then, so I
Okay.
have little change in my pocket. So when we finish playing, I give them bus money, I give them food to eat, and they did well. They are big time player now. So I thank God for that. Yeah, I was able to give back to them before I
Okay.
left. Unfortunately, I went to play in Kano, so I left Kano to London.
Oh,
So I wasn't able to see anybody anymore. Yeah. So
okay.
I
Let's talk
mean,
about
I did my part.